I'm so nervous. Hello, 안녕하세요 everyone. My name is Sally. This is the first time I'm actually getting on social media and talking about my experiences with me seeing and hearing and being gifted and all that good stuff. So what I plan to do is do makeup while I'm telling you guys the stories with like what I see and what I hear, and sometimes I get a full story from them, sometimes I don't. It's gonna be a couple of stories that I'm gonna kind of share and combine into one video. Just a quick disclaimer, when I'm describing what I see, it might be maybe a little bit too graphic, too detailed. So I mean, if you're kind of uncomfortable with getting like a visual or an image of the things I see, feel free to hop out of the video. Okay, let's get started. A couple of weeks ago, my cousin called me and she was at work and she asked me if something followed her home, and I asked her what happened. She told me that recently she went kayaking with a friend to St. Croix River, and I was like, oh man, you really went there, didn't you? And so she was like, yeah, we were swimming afterwards. Oh my god. I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust big bodies of water, small bodies of water. I don't trust it. I would never, I mean, now I would never go swim in it, but you know, that's just my preference. Then my cousin continues to tell me that she's been hearing someone call her name, her Hmong name. She heard someone call her Hmong name at home too, and she was like, you know, it won't go away. Like, do you know who is it? So then my cousin was saying that the whole day at work, someone kept calling her Hmong name, and she works in the building like alone, or just like very few co-workers there. But then no one there knew how to say her Hmong name. But yeah, she was saying that someone kept calling her Hmong name, and I was like, did you answer? And I really forgot if she answered or not, but then I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I was like, when you went to St. Croix River, there was a girl there. She looks really creepy, by the way. And she was like, well, what does she look like? And I just remember that she was very pale, like gray and blue. She was tall, slim, and her hair was still wet. And her hair was kind of wavy, and she had no face expression. She just followed my cousin because my cousin, she has guides. She has spiritual guides. So then, you know, she was like, oh, okay, you look like someone's glowing. So then she decided to follow my cousin back home. As I was telling my cousin about how this spirit girl from St. Croix looked like, she was starting to get freaked out, and I was getting freaked out too. I was like, ooh. And I was like, you can't come over anymore. But she was gonna come over anyway because I was having a family event, and I invited her because she's family. But don't come over until, or like just wait like a week or two before you come. Seriously, but like jokingly. I'm very bad at telling stories, by the way. I don't know how to do this whole thing. So I apologize in advance. I should have done that earlier in the video, but I didn't. So I'm sorry. So then, during this family event that was at my house, my sisters and a few family members were over. After the event, we were going to my sister's house. When we got there, I saw a girl. So my sister has two living rooms. This was the back living room, and this is where we went. And I kept thinking to myself, I was like, I swear I've seen her before. Like, I think I don't know, but I was like, oh yeah, like it's her. Like, it's her. Like, I remember her. I remember her pale blue skin. I remember her wet, wavy hair. I remember her wet clothes, everything. So when I saw her in the corner in my sister's living room, I turned to my other sister and I looked at her and I was like, someone's here. I was like, it's so weird. And I asked, I was like, did our sister cross paths with our cousin? And she was like, yeah, they did. So she came with my cousin, and then my cousin was talking to my sister. So then she bounced from my cousin to my sister, and then she followed us from the van, from my sister's car, all the way to my sister's house. and she was already inside waiting for us. After confirming that it was the same girl, I told my sister, and I told her about our cousin going to St. Croix River, and someone following her home. I told her about how the girl looks like, and she was just like, okay, why me? I didn't know what to think. All I knew was, as long as it wasn't me, then I was like okay with it. Anyway, that was kind of rude. So we came back to my house because you know, she had to pick up her husband and her kids from my house. When we got out of the car, I was telling her, I was like, I don't think she's leaving you. I think she's gonna stay with you. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, and I told her, and she was like, what do you mean? And I told her, I was like, well, she's right behind you. And then she was like, where? And I was like, right behind you, but I see her right over your shoulder. And my sister was like, what the? So then her kids came to the car, and they're in the car. So I was waiting outside with her kids, and she went into my house to go get her husband. And I remember, and as she was walking away, she like said out loud, she goes, is she still following me? And I was like, yes. I was like, however many steps you're taking, she's taking that many steps with you. She's like, ah. Then she walked into my house, and she just kept following her wherever she went. When my sister left, I saw her leave with my sister. She followed my sister to her car, and she went home with her. And so, you know, I was like, that's that. And we don't need to talk about it no more, and that was it. Boy, was I wrong. Nope. The next day, I saw her, and it was like I went underwater, and then I saw her, and she was underwater. And she was questioning me. She was asking me who I am, and I was like, who are you? Like, do you remember your name? And she said no. She said she didn't remember her name. So then I asked her, I was like, do you have like a soulmate? Like, do you have a husband? And she said no, she doesn't remember. And I asked if she remembered her parents' name, and she couldn't remember either. She just started crying, and I felt really bad. But I was like, hey, you know, like, you shouldn't stay here. Like, there's a place for you to go. And she was just like, well, she's like, you know, like, who are you? Like, I don't trust you. Like, I don't know you. I was like, it's better than staying here. Like, staying here, there's nothing here for you. Like, you should go. I was like, when you go up there, you'll remember everything from, you know, from the beginning of your life up until now. Like, they'll give it all to you. And I was like, you just gotta go. But yeah, we did convince her to go, and she went. When she went, I was like so happy. I was like, yes. Like, it was such a good day for me to like send her to like, for me to like, you know, talk to her and have her go up. Like, that is the goal. That is the goal. So nobody lingers down here. Whew. Okay, so obviously I'm not done with my makeup, and we're not done sharing stories, so we're gonna keep going. When my daughter, my oldest one, when she was only 2, she would see quite often, and it scared me a bit. I think I was on like 22, and I was always like freaked out. Like, who is she talking to? I remember I like recorded her. I recorded her on camera with my old cell phone of her talking, yelling at someone, and it was just the both of us home. We lived on the bottom floor of the apartment, and I hated coming home by myself. I always knew there was something in that apartment, like, waiting for me. This day, I came home, and I swear I saw a little boy, maybe 4 years old, had a baseball cap on, a blue baseball cap, a white tee, and shorts. And he was just there, and then he ran to my left. And so I was like, I didn't think much of it. Like, it creeped me out. I didn't think much of it, but I just kept going down because that's where I had to go to get to my apartment. And I remember I looked down the hallway. It was a long hallway. There's no one there. And so my heart started racing. My apartment was to the right. It was like almost the last one too. And so I came inside my apartment, and I told my husband what happened, and I just froze. I froze like for days. And I would not be in my apartment by myself. So I've always heard OGs like telling us about like how we can drop them off somewhere. And so I was joking with one of my sister-in-laws. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna leave him to stay with you. I didn't know how like powerful words were. Like I had no clue. I used to just like mess around all the time. And I had no idea what the heck I was doing. And if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I've apologized so many times and I'm still so sorry about that day. So I was just messing with her, and then she was telling me that her kids started seeing stuff. She had 2 little kids. They were about my kids' age, and they started seeing stuff and they were really scared. So I was like, oh, I didn't think much of it. But then one day we were at one of our aunt's house. There's a couple that stopped by, and that couple, I remember that couple. I didn't know that couple, but that couple only dropped off something and they left. My sister-in-law, she was like, oh, they forgot their kid. And I was like, what kid? Like, there's no kid. Like, they didn't come with a kid. I was like, what are you talking about? She goes, no, I saw a kid. And so, you know who I thought of? So I asked her, I said, who did you see? Describe to me what he looked like. Did you see his face? Because I didn't see his face. So I was assuming if she didn't see his face, maybe it was the same one. And so she's like, yeah, he was wearing shorts and a shirt and a baseball cap. And I was like, I like couldn't gasp for air. I just froze. I was like, oh, S word. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, what the heck did I do? I was like, I don't know what I did. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, this is so weird. And then I explained to her what had happened, and she was like, oh my gosh, like it all clicked in. And you know, I felt so guilty for that. Like, I feel so bad. Like, till this day I feel so bad, because I feel like ever since that happened, like I feel like more things keep following her because of me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think she's been seeing stuff all along anyway. I mean, so I don't think, maybe it's not me too, but I don't know. I don't remember what happened after that, but that was the end of that story. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more short story before we end today's video. This was still in that apartment before we moved out. So then I remember we had the couches hugging along the wall, and I was just super tired from work. So then I turned towards the couch. I was laying down, I turned towards the couch, and I remember I had my cell phone up like this to me. So my cell phone was actually facing the living room where my daughter was playing. My husband was sitting next to me, and it was right when I shut off my phone. I shut it off because I was going to take a nap. Right when I shut it off, my screen turned black, and so it showed a reflection of my living room, and I saw a really tall person run across my phone screen. I jumped up so fast, and I sat on my couch, and I like kind of nudged my husband, and my husband was like, what? And I was like, and I didn't even tell him. I was still so freaked out by it. I didn't know what I saw. Like 10 seconds later, my daughter got up. She was 2, 3. She ran to the kitchen, and she goes, where'd she go? And I was like, oh, where did who go? Like, no, we're not doing that today. Oh my gosh. I couldn't shower with my eyes closed. I couldn't shower by myself. I had to shower with my husband and my kid. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I lost everything, all senses, everything. I was not normal for days. So obviously I didn't finish my makeup, but I'm going to finish it real quick, and then we'll wrap up the whole video. Ta-da! And we're done. We're done with the whole look. No more makeup for the rest of the night. Oh, recording this is so long, and it's so hot. Like, I'm so hot. If you guys like this video and you want me to share more of my experiences with you guys, please give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so then you'll stay up to date with my videos. So you get a notification when I have a new video up. I don't have like a schedule of when I want to upload. It's kind of random right now. I mean, I hope I can get at least 2 in a month. Like, yes, the expectation is so low, but let me know what your thoughts are about this video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys all have a happy Halloween. Stay safe.
How do I end a YouTube video.
You know, like when people visit me and they leave, I say dumb things like, don't look behind your rearview mirror. So, have a good night, everyone.
Did we do good? Did we do good?